Welcome to this live stream. Today, as you probably already know, I'm going to be doing it in honor of my friend Jamie Shadowlight, who passed away this past Saturday evening. And I just thought this would be a nice way to remember her and for people to remember her and just show you some of the times that her and I shared together. Everybody had different perspectives of Shadowlight. She had a gazillion friends, and I'm just one of her friends. I think as everybody's getting in, just say hello. Looks like Rosebud. Hey, Rosebud and Tegan. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna just show one of the first songs that Shadowlight and I ever played back in. We met like 10 years ago. At first, it was in a band context, so I'll just show this video as people are getting in. It's a short one. A short clip of a song called Depression Proof.
Happy to sing.
All right, looks like given a little bit of time for people to get in there, so I'll give you some context. That was just giving you some context. That was some good times. Those were like the good times where everything started, and people. We had this band called the Western Collective, which I'll get into a little bit more. And hey, mom and dad, my mom and dad are here. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in as always. And yeah, we had a band called the Western Collective that we put together back in 2013. Shadowlight came in last. She came in like 2014. Like we hadn't really recorded anything yet. We were still just kind of forming stuff, but we picked Shadowlight up about 6 months into the band, and that was like, there was a lot of good times in there for sure. Talk about the Western Collective a bunch here in a minute. Today, if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm actually in my motorhome, which I've been doing lately. This is where I'm at. I'm in a park here in San Diego. It's a really nice scene. Every once in a while, people come by and say weird stuff, or not necessarily to me, but just to whoever. It's kind of an area of the park where it's kind of a no man's land area of the park, which is cool. All right, so I think what I'm going to do now is move on. I made a slideshow of all the pictures of Shadowlight and I together. I always called her Shadowlight. Her name was Jamie Shadowlight, of course. That was her full name, and it is her full name. And I always just called her Shadowlight, and she always called me Fast Heart. We always just went by our nicknames, which we were like really into that. We're just really into choosing our own names. We never got offended if somebody called us by our birth names or anything like that. We always called it our higher names. I always called her Shadowlight, and she called me Fast Heart. And so that's what I'll refer to her as. And the rest of this thing, let me just show this slideshow while people are still getting in too. I'll explain more, and then I'll talk a little more about Shadowlight and I and the lady that I knew and loved. Here's just a slideshow. I'll try to do this. All this stuff is I've never done a slideshow before, so hopefully it works out. So this is her and I at the Hillcrest Farmers Market where I play at. I play out there pretty regularly. I play at the farmers market twice a month at Hillcrest, and Shadowlight would always come and join me. And that's the thing with Shadowlight, is that she had no real reason to even embrace me. I was always surprised that she embraced me as a friend. I always embraced her as a friend as well, of course. But she had a zillion friends, but I never could, I never really understood exactly why she wanted to be my friend. And we were like super close. Like she was like probably one of my best friends in my whole life. We joked all the time. We did all kinds of stuff, and I was just super stoked to have her in my life. It's like, you go through life and you only meet one Shadowlight if you're lucky. She was kind of like a Yoda figure in some ways. So that's us playing at the Hillcrest Market. That was probably like last year. I think that was right before she got diagnosed with the cancer that she had. And let's see if I could move this to like a slide. Yeah, so that's the Western Collective, and I don't know if you can see this pointer on my computer, probably not. From left, that's Chad Farron, which he's like one of the coolest percussionists in San Diego ever. He played for a band called Super Unloader. They still do a few shows a year, and he also played with Justin and Jalopy. Justin's the next over. Justin Warner, again, just legendary songwriter, musician. He doesn't live in San Diego anymore. He moved to Boston in the last few years, but people still talk about Justin really highly around here in San Diego. Of course, he was here forever, and just a great songwriter. Him and I were the ones that kind of started it, and then Trent on the far right, all the way to the right, Trent Hancock. It was the three of us who started the Western Collective. We were all three of us just heartbroken, and our music careers weren't going super great on our own, so we thought we'd band together and start a super group of all of us songwriters. And that's kind of how the Beatles were too. They were all songwriters. And then I remember, I think it was in February of 2014, we met Shadowlight at a party. Justin and I were together. Justin was just smitten. He already knew her from some like radio performances she had done, and they hit it off. Her and Justin hit it off, and then I am, and that's why she really, which is why I do this podcast. I try to keep manner without trying to alienate anybody. It's a thin line you can cross, trying to keep it real, but also not alienating people. And I think Shadowlight really appreciated that about me. And also she really loved my banjo and the fiddle. Or the Western Collective. What's this next one? This is her and I just going out for cocktails a couple years ago. I think this is a issue of like, can men and women be friends? Which is the ultimate question, right? Can a man and a woman be friends? There's exceptions for sure, and Shadowlight and I were definitely the exception. We were always friends, and we never broke boundaries and stuff like that. Just to put that out there. And it's one of the few times I was able to do that, to have a female friend who was so beautiful and not get upset that whatever. And we would just hang out and stuff. And we always had a great time. We always joked about stuff. I'll tell you more about our inside jokes. My sister's saying I lost signal. They said everybody's saying they lost me. I don't know how to get this going back on then. Let's see. Did it come back yet? Anybody? I'll just wait, I guess. Let me see. Sorry if you're listening out there and it's dead air. I don't know what's going on. This has never happened yet. I've done 70 something episodes and never had this happen yet. That lost signal, so I got to figure out why that is. I usually have a good signal over here in this park. Hey, is it back now? It's showing it's live on YouTube. Does anybody see me yet? Looks like everybody's saying they lost it. I don't know how to relaunch something. to do here. So let me know if you guys see me again. I was just in the middle of talking about Shadowlight in this slideshow. I'm going to call my sister who told me she lost signal. Let me just see. She sees it now. The important thing is to not panic. Oh, now my sister said we're back. Okay. Okay, it's back, which is good. I don't know why that happens. Let's see. Let's see if it happens again. Let me know. You are back. 3%. Okay, cool. Thanks, y'all. All right, so I was just saying, Shadowlight and I had like a, it's you always ask that question: can men and women be friends? And Shadowlight and I were always just friends, and we never had an issue there. We always joked that we were gonna grow old together, because she was like perpetually single too, just like me. We were always just like perpetually single, but that's just who knows what, but anyway, that's a picture of us a couple years ago. And then moving on, here's another one. This was St. Patrick's Day one year. We had a good time. She got us this gig, and we went down and raged downtown San Diego. St. Patrick's Day, we were in our green. We had a ton of fun. I guess all the photos that I'm showing you today are gonna be in my life with her. I could show you. She has a zillion photos of her just herself, but I'm sure somebody else will show all those, hopefully. And then this is me with Shadowlight. Okay, thanks, Michelle. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know I'm back. This was a band that we had put together for a Harley Davidson showroom show. Shadowlight's there she's on the left, and then that's Tom Warner on bass. And that's Sita Rose acting like she's playing guitar. I don't think she actually played guitar on that gig, but she did backup. She's great. She's a great backup singer. And then, of course, me. And it was just... cool. Great. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. So, hopefully you guys can see... I don't know if you've seen any of this or not. Okay, now, RV park and socks. Wi-Fi... RV park Wi-Fi sucks. Okay, so I guess there's probably a delay or something. So, yeah, I've been talking. I know I took a little break while you said you couldn't see me, so... Yikes. It's probably got too many like slideshows and stuff set up today, so it's like messing up the whole system. Anyway, that was another band that we had put together to play to make some money at a Harley Davidson thing. We did that a couple times, I think. And then this was the Fermentation Festival in 2018. It was that was a cool performance that we did, and that's Joe back there in the middle on cajon, Joe Schwab. And Joe always loved playing with Shadowlight, for sure. He was just like so thrilled every time she would join us. Yeah. And that was at the Fermentation Festival as well afterwards. We all just probably had a few too many fermented drinks. And then this is Shadowlight and Saki and I. Saki plays the accordion. And again, Saki was just like so thrilled to play with Shadowlight. Everybody was so thrilled to play with Shadowlight. She just brought so much good energy to everything she did. I hate to speak in the past tense. It sucks, but I don't know. That's just anyway. All right, so then this was a cool day. This was after she'd gotten diagnosed about a year after she had got diagnosed with the cancer. She had a really bad spell, and then she came up out of it, and she surprised me one day at this farmer's market I was playing at in La Jolla, the La Jolla farmer's market. And she was like, she just tapped me on the shoulder. Actually, she started playing violin first, and I was like, I could hear a violin. She was playing along to my song. And I turned around, and there she was. I thought, she's back. I was like, this is great. Shadowlight's back on the scene, and that was probably, I think that would have been January, maybe this year or February. That was when she came out, and I guess technically that would have been the last time we officially played like in public together, I think. And here's Shadowlight. We had this joke that a lot of people probably have, but we always like to flip each other off, and we like collected middle finger statues and memes and stuff like that. So that's why one day when I was looking, she flipped off the camera. I captured that. I don't know if anybody's still out there listening, but hopefully they are. And then this is the Western Collective. We played one day out, and it was called Riffs Yoga Studio. They also had like a music store down in La Jolla, Bird Rock area. And again, that's Justin on the left. That's Trent on bass to the left. In the middle is Chad. That's me on the banjo and yellow shirt. Shadowlight's all the way to the far right. And things were cooking. That band, the Western Collective, we'd show up and there'd always be at least like 20 people there. But we were really doing well. We were like all stoked because we were like, this is going to be our ticket out of here. Up to, successful, I guess, means of making money. And then this is the first video shoot that Shadowlight and I did together. It was down in a valley canyon near my house, my apartment in North Park. And it was cool. Like, my parents came to the shoot. I think they were on the camera. My parents they would have been 60-something, 67 at the time. And we had to climb down this really steep dirt hill. And to get to this log that I wanted to shoot us playing on. And again, Shadowlight was just like, she was such a trooper about it. She didn't like complain about the climb or like all the dirt and stuff, and even the fact that I wasn't wearing shoes. She always just really accepted me just the way I was, just the way I am. And then what else is here? That's the same shoot. Is anybody listening? Text me if you can hear me now. This is a shot from our CD release party for the Western Collective. Just thought that was a cool shot where she was always smiling, of course. And we sold out I think it was called 99 bottles. I don't think they're around anymore. And this was our tour up to the Northwest. We went to Seattle and back. And this was in Portland somewhere. And we just thought that wall was really cool, so we all took a photo of us. The only one that's not there is Chad. I think Chad had to fly back to San Diego to get back to work. Before I go on, let me call my sister and see if you guys are actually watching. Oh, my mom says you are.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey,
Michelle,
we're still listening.
you can't. Okay. How much did you miss? Like a bunch or what? I probably don't even know.
A little, just in the beginning, it kind of locked up
Mm-hmm.
and like just was spinning.
Mm-hmm.
But now we can see your pictures and you're talking.
So, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Now you're sitting in the tree with her.
Okay. So there must be a delay. It must be a pretty big delay.
Yeah. So it's working.
Okay, cool. Just let me know if it's not.
Okay,
Again.
I will.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Let's see. Bye.
Bye.
That was my big sister. Let me know that they can hear me, but it's like a delay or something. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep rolling here. That's what Shadowlight and I would have done anytime. There's always technical problems. When you play gigs, there's technical problems. My mom said she remembers that canyon with Shadowlight and I. Yeah, that was a good day. That was a really fun day. Anyway, this is just Shadowlight and I. I think it was at the recording studio for the Western Collective. And that was I think his name's Tony Furtado. He's a very good banjo player. We opened for him one night, and Shadowlight jumped on the stage. unannounced and just started playing with him, and I think he was thrilled. She did that all the time. And she, yeah, I think he was playing acoustically when she just jumped in and started playing with him, and the whole crowd went nuts. It was cool. And that was our band photo shot for the album for the Western Collective. You can check it out on Spotify or anywhere you listen to music. It's a full-length album that we all did together, and Shadowlight did a great job on the strings. I have to admit, I was very skeptical. She was going to do all these string arrangements and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my god, this is never going to get done. But it did. She was really determined to get all those strings overdubbed and get them just right. And she took input from everybody, and she did a great job. Those strings came out really well on that record. So check it out. And that's her and I on that same shoot. And this was just a few months ago. Continuing on with the middle finger theme. All of us gave the middle finger to the camera on this one. Shadowlight was... she was struggling a little bit that day. It was the day before my birthday, and we had a nice visit. And then here she is again doing the double middle finger. So I thought that was funny. That was probably in January, I think, when she sent me that. Like, we'd lose touch a little bit because she'd get really sick and she wouldn't really be answering the phone. And I'd go visit her sometimes when she was really sick, but a lot of times I didn't. I just wanted to leave her alone. And I'll just say, the reason I do this podcast is because I just want to make people feel less alone in the world. We all have our issues, and we have our perspectives on things, and music and songs always made me feel less alone when I was growing up, and I always wanted to just do that for the world, and that's what I do, including right now with this podcast live stream in remembrance of Shadowlight. I've never really dealt with somebody with cancer that closely before. I mean, when she was diagnosed, I think she might have been like one of the first people that she called. And one of the first anyway. We were just really close, and she even told me, like, I want you here with me through this, and I was there for a lot of the beginning. At least I was really, really there for her, and I was really trying to figure out things she could do to help, and stuff. And then just somewhere probably 6 months in or 8 months in, I have to admit I had to step back a little bit. It got to be really exhausting, and it wasn't her that was exhausting. It was just the whole thing was just so exhausting. And a person like myself, maybe I'm selfish or I don't know what it is, but I have a hard time keeping myself on the rails. Like I work really hard to keep myself on track and on the rails. I work as a full-time musician, which means I'm really busy and I'm not making a ton of money. So it's a bad combo, especially when you have a very sick friend. And I did spend as much time with her as I could. But that's one thing that I just feel a little bit unsure or guilty, like, did I spend enough time with her? And, you could probably spend every second with somebody during something like that, and you'd still wonder if you did enough, So that's what happens every time somebody close to me dies. I always say, did I do enough? And so that's why I do feel a little bit guilty, I guess. And I'm working on it. I'm trying to let that go. I know Shadowlight wouldn't want me to feel guilty, like not spending enough time with her. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that, about feeling guilty and stuff. And of course, there's sadness. That's obvious. Sadness is obvious. You're going to be sad. I try not to be too sad, though, because I'm also, this is not terrible, but it's, it's hard to say, but it's a little bit of a relief too, because she was suffering so bad, and I know she's in a better place, and I didn't expect it to happen when it did. I thought she was going to pull through. I thought she was going to beat it. I really did. I know she went through some lows, but she kept bouncing out of them, and I thought, well, I was away for a couple weeks before she passed away, and I wasn't able to see her on the day she passed away. I won't get into that, but I just wasn't able to, and it wasn't necessarily my fault either. So I just wasn't able to, see her. So I just say all this stuff because I put this out there in the public because nobody really talks about this stuff, or if they do, you don't really get to hear it enough. And when somebody close to you dies, feeling guilty is probably part of it, and being sad, being relieved if they're suffering, being angry, like angry at God or at life. It's just like so unfair. Like out of all the people I know, she was the person that I thought would have outlived us all. We were planning on growing old together, and even when we'd say that, I'd think to myself, well, I probably won't be here, but hopefully she grows super old, and reaps the benefits of all of her, reaps the rewards of all the seeds she's sown. She sowed a lot of seeds, So that's why I'm like angry and confused, angry at God, which won't be the first time I've been angry at God, because I prayed just about every day for her, and I'm not saying prayer doesn't work, and I think it did help, but ultimately it's just like, well, why, people survive cancer, why couldn't she have survived it? So I guess that's why I get a little angry and confused. I just had a moment last night where I was thinking about, like, there was one time where just in the last few months where it's just like, I could have called her like that one day. I could have called her and I didn't have time. And, it's just stuff like that comes up and you just think, man, am I a terrible person? Like, why am I still alive and she's not? And so all this stuff comes up, but I think it's important for myself and for anybody in this situation just to remember the good times. The death is scary. It's ugly. Death is not necessarily, it's not necessarily ever a good time or a happy time, but it's also not, that, it can be beautiful too. There was a beautiful side to it. She got to make peace with everybody, and she really did. We definitely made peace. I definitely feel like that. I feel like I'm at peace with Shadowlight. We made peace a long time ago, and I have no doubt we'll meet again. I think we've probably already met before, maybe. So anyway, all right, let me just go ahead and play some videos then of us playing together. And this next one I'm going to show you is from, it's the first time we did a video together. It was the canyon shop that I showed you. My mom was just talking about it. It's just called Country Blues. It's a song called Country Blues. I have like 8 videos I wanted to show you, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through them all today. I have like 16 all together, but I thought I'd break this up into 2 episodes. Maybe I'll make it 3 episodes, because I know as time goes on, I'm going to keep processing stuff and I have more to say about it, more to reflect. And hey, I'm cool with dedicating 3 episodes of this live stream podcast thingy to my friend. So maybe I'll do that. We'll just see how many we get through today. My sister says your feelings are so valid. Thanks, Michelle. I appreciate that. And here we go. This song's called Country Blues. It was the first song we had done together without the band. We met through the band, but then this was a side thing that she did with me on a log in a canyon. Well, hello everybody. I'm Fast Heart Mart, and this is Jamie Shadowlight on the fiddle. We're out here in San Diego, California, practicing on the log that we always practice on almost every day. We're gonna play a tune called Country Blues. It's a tune I learned from the recordings of Doc Watson and Doc Boggs. 1, 2, 4. $40 won't pay my fine. I think we got it. All right, that was that video, Country Blues with Shadowlight back down there in the canyon. Some people call it a holler, I guess. That was kind of the vibe we're going for, that holler vibe. Artsy Girl Marilyn says she will always be with you. Watch for butterflies and listen for messages. Yeah, yesterday I was practicing, which I try to do every day, and I had a great practice session. I had a major breakthrough, because I was thinking about Shadowlight a lot when I was practicing yesterday, and I think she gave me some kind of clue that I needed for a long time now. So that was really fun. That was really cool. I really felt her spirit was just like, hey, here's a clue, fast start. And I basically just tuned my banjo down a half step, and it sounded so much better. It's a long story, but that's basically what I did. And there was a reason I did that. I've been listening to this one girl play banjo, and she tunes down a half step, and it sounds really good. And then when I was practicing, it was like Shadowlight's like, you gotta tune down a half step like she does. I was like, okay, so tried it, and it's like great. It sounds really great. I'm gonna play one song at the end here it's called it's a song that Shadowlight and I used to play together, but we never recorded it, and I might regret that. She always wanted to record it, but I never really felt like I played it well enough to record it yet. So we never got around to playing it. It's called Moon River. I will play that at the end of this episode, regardless of how many of these videos I get through. I'm concerned because I think the videos are like glitching and stuff, and I'm not sure why. It's so weird. Anyway, here goes. This is another one with Shadowlight and the Western Collective. It might be this one's called Anthem. It's a song by Leonard Cohen, and I noticed Justin Warner shared this one the other day when we first got the news that Shadowlight had passed on, and I was thinking of this song too. The chorus is ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. And, like I was saying earlier there, we feel guilty, we feel sad, we feel mad, angry, and stuff like that. And forget your perfect offering. There's a crack in everything. So no matter what we do is going to be imperfect, and that's okay because that's how the light gets in. My sister's boyfriend, Zach, says he sends his condolences and is very sorry for my loss. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Zach. Just so you guys know, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm fine, and mostly overall I'm fine. And I feel like Shadowlight's like I said, she's in a better place. She's fine. I'm just taking it slow, and trying to feel the feels and try not to avoid anything, I guess. So anyway, here goes a song called Anthem that we did with the Western Collective. Again, all these Western Collective songs are available on Spotify or anywhere you listen to music. This song was written by Leonard Cohen, but we covered it in the Western Collective. Here it goes. I think it was at the Loft down at La Jolla University. That's not what it's called. What is it called? UCSD. Yeah, UCSD. We're going to do one more song for you. This is a Leonard Cohen song. The birds, they sing at the break of day. Start again. I heard them say, don't dwell on what has passed away, or what is yet to be. All the wars fought again. The holy dove will be bought again. Bought and sold and bought again. The dove is never free.
So much. For the Western Collective, I'm Justin Warner, this is Chad Farron, Jamie Shadowlight, Trent Hancock, and Martin Stamper.
That's all right.
All right.
that photo there is a that's a photo of Justin and I boxing after trying to figure out our our vocal harmonies. Man, I don't know how many people have ever been in a band with more than 3 vocal harmonies. It gets crazy. I had people be like, "You're stepping on my part," and all this stuff. And one day after a practice session, Justin and I were like, "Let's duke it out, man." I'm so mad. And we put our boxing gloves. We put his boxing gloves on. We acted like we were boxing. We might have sparred a little bit, but it was friendly. I don't know what's happened here. The video seems to be like glitching a little bit. The syncing. It's out of sync on my end. It looks like, but hey, I'm just gonna keep. I'll play one more. I think I'll just play one more video, and then play a live song, and then that'll be it for this one. I think I'm gonna do at least 2 of these, maybe 3. So, because it's already 45 minutes in, and I don't want to keep people here all day. I mean, I could, but I just think there's something going on weird with this. It's like glitchy or something. I think people, it's like a huge delay in time. People are probably still watching that video. Anyway, let's just do this last video. I'll put this last video on. It's called Depression Proof. It was done at the same venue, which was the, like I said, is the Loft down in La Jolla. I think that's this one. This is a song I wrote a while back before I even came to San Diego, called Depression Proof. It's a banjo song. It's really like upbeat. That was sort of my job in the Western Collective, to keep things, do the upbeat stuff with the banjo, you know. Even though I have a lot of somber stuff myself, but Justin and Trent and Chad and Shadowlight kind of kept the somber songs going. I think Chad's songs actually were more upbeat too. But when I say somber, I mean Justin Warner tried some of the greatest songs ever, and so does Trent. And I love somber songs. I love them, and a lot of other people like them too. I'm just saying, when in our live shows, I was able to get the things going upbeat with the banjo, and then we had a nice contrast. So okay, let me play. Okay, so my sister said everybody's still there. The video part is glitchy, but the sound is good. I guess as long as the sound is good, the video, whatever. All right. This is the first time I've had this kind of issue with this podcast. There's always some kind of technical difficulty, but this is the first time I've had this one. Not sure what to do. Anyway, maybe next time I'll just switch locations and my internet connection will be better. This last song is called Depression Proof. I'll do this last video I'm going to do is called Depression Proof, and then I'll play Moon River to end this first part of Remembering Shadowlight. Here it is. I think she's featured quite a bit in this video too, because she plays a lot of violin.
Check. Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Everybody. To the Western Collective. proof. Depression proof. Depression proof.
All right, there's that song, Depression Proof, that we did. I'm going to play one more song. I'm going to address some of these comments here. Looks like Artsy Girl Marilyn says energies are intense. She is here. I think so. I feel Shadowlight. I think she's here, probably messing with me. She's probably trying to throw a wrench in my system here. This is a song called Moon River that I still don't feel like I have a grip on, but I still try. There was one point in Shadowlight's journey there for the last year or so. She was at a real low point, and I recorded this song and sent it to her. And her friend had told me she was listening to it like 24 hours a day. And she listened to this recording like 24 hours a day. And it really helped her. This was our song, her and I. This was her and I's song, Moon River. So, all right. And Mark Slade. Hey, Mark. Thanks for joining. Mark Slade says, oh, the energy. Yes, there was a lot of energy in that band. I mean, I was just watching Chad. When I realized Chad Farron was going to join us, as I said, he's a great percussionist, but he can play anything. He plays everything well. But around San Diego, like, I always thought he was like my favorite percussionist, and because he just has a good feel, you know, and he plays the song appropriately, you know, not just like he's not just a heavy drummer. He can play it the way you need it to be done. So that was cool seeing Chad. And I haven't seen Chad in a while. I see him on social media, but I haven't seen him in a few years. Anyway, and Dragonfly chimed in. Good to hear from you, Dragonfly. It's really nice to hear from you. It's been a while. I think that's a great name because I just think it's a great name, but also Shadowlight really like dragonflies too. All right, thanks for tuning in today, everybody. So on June 26th, I'll be back. I'm gonna keep playing some videos from Shadowlight and keep sharing some stories of Shadowlight and I. Not all the videos are with the Western Collective. It keeps going into other stuff that we did together after the Western Collective disbanded. All right, this is a song called Moon River. I'll just play here at the end. Where did I put it? There it is. Song is so good. I love this song. But it's so hard for me to play it. I don't know why. I've always got to look at the music still, and Shadowlight always teased me about that. Because there's just these weird chords in here that I'm not used to playing all the time in songs. That's how they used to write songs back in the day. They used to put all kinds of chords in there. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows in my waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon, river, and me. All right, Shadowlight. I know a lot of people are having memorials for you and stuff, and I will have another one for you here in 2 weeks. Thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. And keep Shadowlight in your prayers as she continues. Maybe she's already made her full transition. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But that's what I keep praying for, is that just let her know that it's okay to progress, that we'll be all right. We're sad that she left, but